This ain't nothing for the back. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. Wanna run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch.
Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is now over. It's time to play ball. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and our home team. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL. Because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. To throw is Mariota. An interception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 43. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second down, Freeman. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. The This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Mariota to throw it this time. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop. We're scoreless after 1. On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey there to make the grab. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the 2nd quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Mahomes firing complete and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Mahomes now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hope. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 22-yard touchdown grab, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down, Mariota. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mariota now. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Mariota going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Mariota to throw it. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown. Set to valve as time expires in the first half. And his guys have taken the lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Mahomes got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. So the ball position now at the 3 here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And as a result, possession switches hands. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. It's brought in by Jeffrey. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down 14-7, 70 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now Mahomes. We are inside of 1 minute, only 1 timeout left, so they've got to move quickly.
Get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure they're set. No penalties in this situation, but you're exactly right. Conserve that timeout for when they really need it.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand out one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, let's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Mariota to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice. Matt Bryant now. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it.
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their 6'5 quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
This is caught by Evans. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now it's Brown. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep, and this will be caught at the 30. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. This is Brown. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
It's caught. Lockett. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hope. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first down, Mahomes. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 22-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Football going back to the Cleveland Browns here. And I want to step back and just look at where they are on their season. We mentioned earlier that they're 4-6 now after a 2-game winning streak. And despite the controversy in Week 11 that we all know about, look, they're 2-0 against AFC North opponents. Could they make a push here for the playoff, CD?
Isn't it?
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Attack!
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's got his man. This is Tate. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mahomes going to throw. It's caught. Becker. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even 1st half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. With that incompletion, I want to get your MVP thoughts. Lamar Jackson, he seems to be the leader right now, is he not?
I would agree with that. His team is the hottest team in the league right now.
And then you've got, well, let's think of the others. Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson. Who else? Christian McCaffrey. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Let's get off the field, defense.
Mahomes now on first down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They move the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions in the blink of an eye. Got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on... And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. From the gun on third down, Wentz. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Back to throw. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Wentz now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Throwing now is Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Wentz. And his throw intercepted by the All-Pro corner, Kyle Fuller. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, it would likely put an end to this thing. Mahomes now to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He finds his target, Beckham. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish these well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my man good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head up.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype?
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
My 20, 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run here with Vereen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll run it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
180. Mike 54. There we go. Check 4.
On the run, here's Marine. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Come on.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. This is caught. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run with Barber, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Peyton Barber taking it in, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, the underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you somewhere along the way the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's Peyton Barber that polishes it all off with a touchdown scamper. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Vikings under 6-year head coach Mike Zimmer as we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Check, 43. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he finds the tight end, Reed. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On the ground, this is Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 11-yard touchdown. As they are now on the board here in the first half. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, be able to get it to them.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. All right, CD, let's look ahead to Week 12, the week before Thanksgiving. Hard to believe some big games. It started Thursday night, Colts-Texans, to decide who would go ahead in that division, but also Seahawks-Eagles, a game that you're going to be doing. That's a big one.
It's a monster one, and if you look at the Eagles' record, you would think they absolutely have to have it. But in the NFC East, even a loss doesn't eliminate them, does it? But if they win...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Mahomes going to throw. It's complete to Golden Tate. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Alvin Kamara there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
11 more on that one and another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Third and short yardage. Mayfield, and he's got Fitzgerald. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. It's complete. Vereen. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. Catch made there by Derby, the tight end.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
To throw, Mayfield, and it's caught. Touchdown. A.J. Derby there to make the grab. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He completes it to Tate. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Mahomes now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's caught by OBJ and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was...
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. On my schedule, right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Hey.
Cooking up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cooking up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I better kill them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions, when I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank.
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Pepper skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep for your bra, for your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't real for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field.